Hello everybody, welcome back to SheffPlays, Zombie Critique, and in today's video we are talking about Maur Toten, which is the third and second to last round based mode, or map, in Cold War. So without further ado, we'll do pros, cons, rating, review, recommendation, and call the video. I don't have too much to say about this map, but I will say out the gate that it's better than I remember. I remember when it came out I thought it was okay, but it's definitely one that I think will grow on me, or could grow on me with time. But let's get into it. For the pros, the first two kind of run hand in hand, where the darkness for this map is really cool. In the trailer for Cold War Zombies, they made it seem like the darkness and the flashlight was a big deal, when it's really not used all too often. Except for in this map, it feels like it's used a decent amount. Like, this area is decently lit, but you still need the flashlight here to spot dig spots for like salvage and a radar piece for one of the buildables. And it's just, I like the darkness of it. But on the upside of that, or the flip side I guess, is the neon lights. And these both tie in with the next 2 points. And it looks cool in contrast to look up at the neon lights, like the signs that are over the buildings, like the stores, and just the apartments. And like when you turn on the power and all those lights go on, it has a really cool feeling to it. And in a way, it kind of reminds me of BioShock, and I don't really know how to explain that. If you've played the games, maybe you know what I mean, but I'm not sure how to word it, but it does. And it feels like a real city. Like, it might be, and I might just not know. But it genuinely feels like a real city, the way it's built together, the way you get around. And in that it feels like a retro city, kinda. And I know this game takes place during the Cold War, and it definitely feels like it. Like, it's got that old, like, 80s aesthetic to it, like 70s, 80s. And it's really cool, and it's a really beautiful looking map. The Pack-a-Punch is relatively easy to do. It kind of tells you exactly how to do it. And you could even do one of the steps on accident, just by going too far into this section before you even turn on the power. And you get 2 of the electric dudes down, and you get these fuses in which you put in the power, and then it takes you to a rappel. You go up here. Excuse me. And then you have to kill like I forget what they're called, but they're like ghosts, kinda, and they turn zombies into their own little, I don't know, own little guys to hunt you down. And it really doesn't do anything different than regular zombies, but if you do damage them and don't kill them, they'll just feed off of zombies to get their health back up. But they don't really have a ton of health. I was pretty much one-hitting them with this thing the entire time. And lastly, there's a really cool wonder weapon on this map. I didn't get it because I forgot how. But I do remember it being really cool, and the zombies there's 3 variations for it, and the zombies are constantly dropping ammo or mods to switch between the 3 variations, so you don't really run into the problem of not having ammo with that thing. I might have to do a live stream at some point here where I get the wonder weapon just to show it off. But yeah, now on to the cons. At first, I don't know what they're called, but the Explodey Boys in this map, they're like red shard zombies, and they blow up, and they can knock down a train, which is the same problem I had with the Soldat, which we'll talk about in a minute. And you get those instead of the dog rounds, but it doesn't happen as often. I didn't see the first one until round 16, and then I saw like 2 more by the time I exfilled, and it's really inconsistent, and they're annoying. Lastly is the Soldat himself. You don't even see the first one until like round 18, round 20. And the same problem I had with him on Firebase Z is he can really ruin a train. And this map has multiple decent training spots. But if he shows up and he fires one of those rockets, he just messes up a whole train, like in less than a second. Because he knocks some down, and then others keep running, and then you try to take him out, and the train separates, and it's annoying. I'm not a huge fan of it. But with those being really the only cons I have to this map, I'm going to go ahead and give this one an 8. It's pretty solid. Like I said, it's better than I remember, I had a decent time going through and playing it. But yeah, I do recommend it a decent amount, especially if you're looking for something different, because it really does have its own feeling to it, and like its own vibe. The city, although filled with the undead, feels alive, and I appreciate that. So I hope you enjoyed. Hope you're having a good day. If you're watching early on, have a good rest of your day. See you in the next one. Until then, keep surviving. And next up we have Forsaken, and then we have Outbreak and Onslaught to go through, and we'll be done with Cold War already. It was a really quick one. So, see ya.
We must regroup. There may still be time to stop her.
Huh.